Hello everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, Belizean bad boy, power recapper, Dave Neal, host of Bachelor Recap, a guy's review. This video is coming out Friday, but it's currently Thursday evening, 9:30 p.m. where I am. I've just been working on my zero sugar Coca-Cola, so your boy's having a good evening. Now, someone who's not having a good evening right now is Katie Thurston. It's almost like she can't avoid, it's like if you're going to be the lead on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, you can't avoid drama at this point. So I'm going to play for you guys a clip of her on Nick Viall's podcast, a response calling her out by Maggie, her former housemate on Matt James' season of The Bachelor, and then Katie just issued her response. Now, I'll say this. I love social media. I love that Katie immediately addresses it because this is going to be all over the news by the time. I mean, I really believe so, and it shouldn't be, but people are going to use this, and we're going to break it down because I feel bad for Katie. I feel bad for Maggie. I feel bad for people that are, when you're put in a position, look, Katie was asked a question, how many countries can she name in Africa? Now, let me tell you something. I did a game show last summer, and I bombed so hard. The lights were on me. I started thinking my narrative like, don't mess this up, don't mess this up. I don't think you or anyone else or myself can understand when put on the pressure to name something so trivial. I mean, have you ever seen any of those Man on the Street interviews by Jimmy Kimmel's crew or anyone else, which, by the way, I would destroy. That's my wheelhouse. But people answer dumb questions when, you know, you're just like, surely Katie knows a couple countries in Africa. But anyway, let's play this. I'm going to play you her response, so definitely check that out. And if you're wondering what's up with this whole setup, yes, I am in Belize. I'm on vacation, but I'm still making some content. I'm making this on a Thursday evening because I'm going to be heading on a flight tomorrow to a new island on a small airplane, and I don't know if I'll be able to make content. But anyway, you can follow me in all of my travel exploits over there at DNeals on Instagram. And for those that want to support, I've got new content out on Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal. So anyway, I'm working with sort of a makeshift studio right now, but let's get right into it. I just hit the wrong button here. Hold on one second. There it is. That's the button for you. So let's get right into this. Let's first play the interview that Katie did on Nick Viall's podcast, then Maggie's response, and then Katie's response to Maggie responding to Katie's interview. So it's complicated. Hang in there, folks. Let me turn the volume up here, and let's play this right now.
Can Katie name 4 countries in Africa? I think you can do it.
That's a no.
I think you can do it. My first thought was I can't, but I know I can.
It's so easy.
It's 4. Give it a shot.
I believe in you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with an easy one.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I actually have to. I thought it was like a yes or no, because I just want to say no.
No, you have to try.
Oh my
you
god.
You can do this.
Okay.
I know you can.
Oh my god. This
Let's
is
go with the obvious one.
This is where I drop. It's the obvious one. Okay,
Egypt.
Don't judge me. South Africa.
Great.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. We got one.
Well done.
All right, now you got some confidence going.
Oh shit.
There's a popular Disney show named after another one.
It's a movie.
The island of...
Animals. Pyramids.
Oh, that's a different one.
That's a different answer, but also yes. I just want to make sure.
Nick and I are on the same page with
yeah,
the movie.
Allie and I know what we're talking about. Can Katie name 4 countries in...
All right.
I like hate this right now. Like I didn't.
Did you ever watch Carmen Sandiego, or am I dating myself?
You're dating
Yes,
yourself?
I loved Carmen Sandiego.
Well,
Maybe.
No.
But you're welcome that the
older.
person older than you said that.
Oh my. I can't. I don't want to do this.
Okay.
Madagascar,
Oh.
Egypt, Sudan,
Kenya,
Kenya,
Ethiopia,
Congo, Algeria.
My mind is blown right now.
DRC.
Here's the thing. I'm very sheltered in my
Ghana.
Washington life for the last
Okay.
30 years. I need to get out more.
All right.
I'm sorry.
She's got to get out of the U.S., guys. She
You
said it.
just-
She's
you-
got to leave.
I'm trying to explore Africa and find all these countries.
You need to go to YouTube and Google Carmen. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
San Diego,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So good.
Geography, not my forte.
All right, so that's that. Okay, that's that. That's what we saw. Now, look again. I'm not judging her at all. I'm not doing it. People will do this. People and again, look.
Can
I
Katie
mean,
name-
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? First of all, Maggie, a brilliant soul. She is fighting for her people in her home of Tigray in Ethiopia. A really just beautiful soul. Let's play what she has to say about this because I was actually surprised but not in a bad way. I was just surprised that she was going to shade Katie. So she tags Katie in this post, and she's like, "Hi, from Africa. Here's my country. We live together. You didn't do it. Let's watch."
Hi everyone. I'm using this filter because I didn't do my makeup right today. So I got so many DMs asking me about Katie's interview. A question if she knows any African countries, and she didn't mention mine. Well, yes, we know each other. Hi, Katie. We ate together, we drink together, we farm together. We almost like the same guy. Well, I'm from Tigray, from Ethiopia. Now you know. By the way, Matt is half Nigerian. So Nigeria, Ethiopia. Now you know 2 countries. If you need to know more, let me know. I'll teach you. Bye.
All right, so it was fun. There was jest. It was perfect. It was a perfectly fine shout out. Maybe there's other ways it could have been done, but this is perfectly fine. It can lead to some discussion. We can all look at a map. Now, my fiance and I, this is what we saw just at dinner, and we were like, let's name countries. We named 14, okay? But combined, we named 14. But we didn't have the cameras on us. We weren't afraid to say the wrong thing, afraid to get canceled, afraid of have a viral thing or Twitter go. No, we didn't have to worry about all that. We were just like, all right, let's, I studied France, so I know all the Western, French colonized countries. I had an uncle who lived in Chad and worked for the State Department. I was a big fan of my Egyptian history. I wrote a thesis about the unfortunate genocide in Rwanda, all these things. So I'm there, but I didn't have to do this with the lights on me and all that. So therefore, I'm not going to judge her. But Katie responds immediately. So this came out. This has just been the last few hours. So here's Katie. 2 things. I will hold grace for Maggie and for people that feel like they're not getting the respect they deserve because. To a lot of people, Africa is just this faceless continent, and like no one knows like the specifics and the border and all the different history and this and that. And part of that, very fairly so, could be the education system. You might learn about ancient Egypt in 7th grade. But did you learn about what's been going on in Sudan or what's been going on in different takeovers in the Belgian colonizing? Well, do we know all this stuff? Maybe some do, maybe some don't. I don't know. That's the problem with our education systems. Every state's got a different stick up their ass. But I digress. So anyway, here's Katie's response to kind of being called out by not only Maggie, but if you read the comments, does Katie even have an education? Can't name an African country? My gosh. Now again. I'm just holding off on judgment. I'm not going to be someone in the comment section holding on to all these judgments. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Katie not knowing is just sad. She was drinking whiskey on a game show on Nick Vile's podcast. I don't know if he pulled this card on purpose. Like I don't know if it was just a random card in the deck. I don't know what game they were playing, but I do have to say, what a loaded question to ask. What a loaded question to ask because God forbid she says like Argentina or something. So, some like, everyone's afraid to like say the stupid thing and become the meme and become this and through her own defensiveness. So either way, I say it this way. I extend my grace towards Katie Thurston, and I extend my grace towards anybody who feels slighted by her not knowing their countries. We do know that the U.S. is very much dug into the sand. Like when I studied abroad in Europe, I didn't know they knew more about my political system than I did. It was a real wake-up call. We do live in a very isolated part of the world where we don't have issues on our front steps. Maggie, she's out there marching in the streets of Washington, D.C. about all of the civil war that's happening within her own country. And so for her and a lot of other people, it might be shocking that someone can't name a country in Africa. And that would be in most cases. But in this case, I would like to extend the benefit of the doubt that when put on the spot, it can be very hard to even access normal parts to your brain, and that is a fact. That is a fact. All right, so here's Katie's response. Let's check her out.
I'm going to address this as much as I'm embarrassed to do so. Maggie, hi, how you doing? Made a statement about how I didn't know 5 countries in Africa based on the podcast I did with Nick Vial. it really, I don't know what to say, wasn't anything more or less than just fear of looking stupid and not wanting to guess the wrong thing. I tried to just not answer the question. Some people are offended, appalled, even going as far as questioning if I'm an ally, which is really upsetting, to be honest. But anyway, short answer is I'm sorry. Like, I'm stupid. I don't know. You want me to tell you? Do I know countries in Africa? Sure. Do I know a lot of them? Probably not. Am I trying to learn literally all of them because I was mortified? As I was saying, was I mortified? Yes. I think about that interview often. So yeah, I mean, all I can do is apologize that I didn't name countries and truly admit I am wanting to learn all of them. It was truly just a moment of blanking out, stage fright, fear. Like, I don't know what else to say, but I guess I have to acknowledge it at this point. That's the least I can do to, for Maggie, at least, who is my housemate during Matt's season. So there.
The African countries.
And then she posted Maggie's statement too, which I think was nice that she shared Maggie's statement there. And of course, there's a lot of jest happening. Maggie, hey, we were housemates, and then Katie being like, hey, good to see you. It's kind of one of those, like, I'm sure they haven't talked since then, so it's like, what are we doing here? Obviously, like I said before, not to beat a dead horse here, but I both feel for someone like Maggie who's frustrated because Maggie, she was on the season, on Matt James' season, where she didn't, and it might not be relevant, but Maggie didn't know where her mom was because power and water was cut off in her home region of Tigray. Okay, because of the civil war, the strife, whatever you want to call it, that's happening there. Some have said genocide. Whatever you want to say, the warfare that's happening there, it's very complicated from all I've heard. I've heard it explained in multiple different ways from different people that have way more smarts than I do. The point being is that Maggie's living in a different reality due to what she's had to deal with her own close family in Africa, in Ethiopia. And Katie flubbed a podcast, and it's really not much to say about who she is. It's a very simple take to be upset at either person in this scenario. It's a very simple take to be upset at Katie right now. We don't know what it's like to go through the literal scrutiny of what t-shirt she wears. We don't know. And again, like I said, that doesn't mean Katie's a victim. It doesn't mean anything. It just means, who are we to know? Tasha's got a take. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to come over here so they can at least hear you? Tasha's in a robe here. Yeah, just come up.
Just thinking about.
Hold on. No, you got to come closer to the microphone.
Oh,
Tasha has her retainer in. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Tasha has her retainer in. Okay, just talk right to the mic.
All right. You remember a couple seasons ago? It might have been. Oh gosh, I remembered his name and now I already forgot.
Oh, Tasha's on the spot. She's forgetting names. What are you talking about?
From Ohio. What's the guy's name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, they did a game on the show. It was either Bachelor or Bachelorette, but I think it was Bachelor. And they wanted them to put like 50 states on the map, and nobody got it right.
Was it Bennett from Harvard?
Ben.
Who's Ben?
It was Ben Higgins' season, I think.
Oh, okay.
And like people got on the average like 4 states.
Yeah, we're idiots, right? We're idiots, and when you don't Bennett went to Harvard.
I just think, but when you're under pressure, like if you're going to go on Amazing Race, you study the flags.
Yeah.
Because you know that's going to be.
But like we said, we went out to dinner and we got 14.
Because we were
out of what 40? I mean, how many are there?
If somebody asked me that on a podcast, I think I'd blank out too.
All right, so Tasha thinks she'd blank out too, and
but I did a really good job at dinner.
At dinner, we did a good job. We had, but we didn't get the Ivory Coast. We did a good job. But if you look at some of the comments here, it's just people. It's like, look, yay on Maggie for sort of exposing things and being like, come on. But then people have said this is so embarrassing. It's just so sad. She goes to date black men, but in any case, it's embarrassing. Like and of course, these are just like random people's comments. Really disappointed that she couldn't name any. It's because she didn't want to. You have to purposely ignore the world to not know 4 from an entire continent. And it's like, sometimes I just wonder, am I living in a reality where I see things in a way that's way more nuanced. I'm not patting myself on the back, but if we could all just extend some grace to others. We don't know what it's like to be Katie Thurston, going on a bunch of different podcasts, like I said, putting a t-shirt on and getting called like, with this and that. And she lets loose. She drinks some whiskey and she lets loose with the Nick Vial, and it led to some, I didn't even listen to it because honestly, like I listened to a clip, but I if I listened to every podcast that's out there in Bachelor Nation, I'd have no time to make my own content. But I did listen to a clip, and like she, sometimes humor gets lost in this and that, and there is nuance, and of course that's not this scenario. Obviously, it wasn't humor that led to her only being able to name, I believe, South Africa. But the point is. Put on the spot, there's a lot of questions we wouldn't be able to answer. And that's not me making an excuse for her. That's just me understanding that life's a little more complicated. And I think we just need to slow our roll down and just wanting to vilify people. I mean, what is it? What is it that we get in the comment section by saying, you know what? Shame on her. She's not one of the good people. No, Katie's doing a lot of progressive things, okay? She's donating a ton to charity. She's got private groups on Facebook for sexual assault survivors. She's got a ton of good that she's doing, and this might be an area of weakness for her that she can work on. Or, maybe that's the case. But by no means does it make her a bad person. Come on, folks. Come on. Let's all work to do better. Let's be better tomorrow than we were today, and better today than we were yesterday. And slowly, by putting one foot in front of each other, we end up on a journey of our lifetimes. How about that, folks? So how about a little bit less vilifying? Clean up your own bedroom before you, criticize others, because God knows we need to make our beds. All right, folks, that's the video. Leave a comment. I'd love to know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.